Can you guys hear me? Y'all, I have no idea what happened, but it is now 4:30. So I'll do my little intro. I'm not really in the mood to stream anymore now, but hello everyone. It is Princess underscore Mini 4 and welcome to the stream. This is my third attempt at streaming today. It is now 4:23 p.m. Today's date is Sunday, November 17th, 2024. This will not be a 2-hour live stream today. Definitely not now. And I'm not mad at y'all, but for somehow the ghost came in here and changed my audio settings. So all of a sudden I couldn't hear nothing. And then I bet you right now when I try to pull up a game, it's probably going to break my stream again. So I have no idea what happened. But I'm lighting my Yankee Candle, apple, pumpkin, lo-fi music, whatever. I don't even care no more, y'all. I really don't want to be like that. Come on now. And now it's like, oh, you can't play the game because it's not syncing. Like, I can't make this up, y'all. I really can't. It's just annoying. It's so like I literally tried to stream 3 times and it just wasn't picking up. And I have a webcam that also has a microphone, y'all, and you could pick up that microphone as well, but it picked up no microphone, absolutely no microphone. The only thing that's different is the last time I live streamed that the computer updated, so I didn't know if my computer updated that it would break my entire computer, but that's what it did. So we're just gonna get into the game. I was so happy, so excited to stream today. I had so much to tell y'all, and now I'm not even in the mood to even stream. People can probably say I'm dramatic. I don't really care. But it's definitely annoying when you're like, because I try to get out 2 hours of content for y'all. I really do. But that was 10 minutes ago. That was definitely 10 minutes ago, and now it's 4:20. I started at 4:23. I gotta go eat dinner at some point. I can't keep pushing everything back, So we'll see how I'm feeling, but I'm really not in a good mood right now. But hopefully you guys can hear the game. Um, Let me try to get comfortable and try to calm myself down. So I may be quiet for a little minute while I'm trying to recuperate my life, because people can say I'm dramatic, but no. That's annoying because I've done the same thing for how long I've been streaming for like 2-3 months, like consistently. I've been doing the same thing, which is I start my stream up and everything is connected. I always start the stream and I'm like, hello, hello, and y'all can hear me. But all of a sudden today y'all couldn't hear me. Anyway, so the drink today is a chai tea latte. I'm surprised I'm not half done because I had so much time to drink it since the stream wasn't up. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna be quiet. I will get back to you guys. Well, I'm gonna be sitting right here streaming, but I'm not friendly right now. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I just need a moment to like calm down. So, but we're playing Supermarket Simulator, so oh Lord, I don't even know if y'all can hear the game. Okay, y'all can. Because at this point, I think that would have been my last straw. Y'all would have had to see me next week. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna start this stream off again. It is princess_mini4 and welcome to the stream. Today's date is Sunday, November 17th, 2024. And you already know what time it was, or what time it is. Sometimes I just need to like calm down. Because that's really frustrating. I don't know why I had peanut butter. Didn't really need it. But I just like, that's like frustrating to me. Oopsies. But yeah, I have all my lo-fi music. I'm actually going to set up a little routine on my Alexa, and I'm going to have it so I just come in here and I just say it's time to stream, and you know she's going to turn on the lights and stuff and have the lo-fi music. That's what I love about Alexa. I mean, there's a lot of things I love about Alexa, but I really do love just the routines itself. Like, I come in here every morning and I say good morning, and she, you know, turns on everything. I think I did that wrong. Yeah. She turns on everything and tells me the weather and what's on my calendar. I really just love Alexa. Probably one of the best things they have created, I would say. Water this. But today was a good day. I feel like I've never had a bad Sunday, at least not since I've given my life to Christ. Like, Sunday has really been an amazing day ever since I've given my life over. Like, I'm so serious. But I've been up since 6. Y'all know how I do. I get up early on Sunday because I just like having time to just, you know, spend time solo with just me and God, and to get me a little drink. Which today I had me some coffee. But it's like I just like to just have some time to you know, I know it sounds weird, but I like to have time to rest in the morning. It's like, you just woke up, why you need to rest? But it's like, I hate getting up and having to like rush around. Like, I used to get up at 7 o'clock and had to leave the house at 8. So, and my grandmother will tell y'all, I spend about 40 something minutes in the bathroom, you know. I brush my teeth. Well, obviously I use the bathroom. Hold on. I brush my teeth. Then I use well, actually now it's different. I floss first, right? Then I brush my teeth. Then I use my tongue cleaner, or like, you know how Grin has their tongue cleaner, tongue scraper, whatever you like to call it. I use that. Then I also use mouthwash. So all of this takes a little time, you know. I'm not like just brushing my teeth for 2 seconds. Like, you know, I'm brushing my teeth for a little while. And while I'm doing this, I'm like listening to my Bible apps and everything. Then I have to wash my face. So now I have this acne treatment, which is benzoyl peroxide, I believe is what it's called. So I have to use that on my face. And then I, you know, wash it all off. And then I have to clean my ears. You know, I just like wipe out my ears with the washcloth. So like, I do a lot, you know. People be like, how you spend that long in the bathroom? I'm like, I'm not dilly-dallying. Like, I have plenty of morning routines on my channel, y'all. I do a lot in the morning. So, you know, and then a lot of times I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but like, I get washed up in the sink. Just my underarms. I like to just make sure I'm fresh. Because every night before church, every Saturday before church, I shower at night. So I'm showering at like 10 o'clock. This is going to be my last order. I'm not going to make no more orders. Oh yeah, and my drink is a chai tea latte. You buy the tea by Tazo, and I put milk in it and just ice. That's all I put in it. That is a good song. But yeah, so I would get up at 7 o'clock and I'd be leaving, like getting out of the bathroom at like 7:40. Then I had to leave at 8, you know. So it was just too it was just too stressful. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things I started incorporating this fall was slow routines. So that's why I was like, I just need to get up earlier. So now I get up at 6. So if I'm out of the bathroom by like 6:40, 6:30 on a good day, but 6:40, then I have till 8. So I have a long time to chill. So now I have me a little coffee. I'm keeping that yogurt that price. Excuse me, I have me a little coffee. Sometimes I have tea, like black milk tea, and then when I'm on my cycle. But y'all are watching the females channel, so I'm gonna talk about the stuff I go through. Y'all watching a Christian female, so I'm gonna talk about my life. Uh, but yeah, when I'm on my cycle, I have like my cycle tea. It's called, I think, raspberry leaf tea. So yeah, I always like to have me a little drink, and then I have my planner, and I plan out my week ahead every Sunday. So I used to do it when I would get back from church, but now I do it before church because I got time. I do my little time with Jesus. I read my Bible and my morning affirmation. So I get up early because I have more time. I have more time to do stuff. I'm not rushing or anything. But yeah, today was a good day. I have something. I think I wrote on there. Sunday is for shopping. But I also wrote down that I have a crazy story. But at the same time, when I'm telling y'all this crazy story, I kind of want to film it on my phone. So don't mind me. I'm gonna be multitasking. Hold on, let me put this down here. That chai tea is actually really good. If you've never had it, you should try it. Cause honestly, back in the day, I say that as if I'm old, right? But I used to only drink lemon tea, right? So when I would hear about people putting milk in their tea, I'm like, ew, milk and lemon? I got 14 grams. But now it's like I know that it's black milk tea. But so now I have black milk tea, and I really love black milk tea. I really love it. Which, if you don't know what it is, it's literally just black milk. I mean, black milk. What? Black milk. It's literally black tea. Like a black tea bag. I either use Lipton or this. It's called English, I believe. And you brew it, which I don't think you brew tea. You steep it, which I use my Keurig. I do have a what is that called? The thing where it makes the whistling, a tea kettle. I do have a tea kettle, but I really don't use it that often. And the reason why is that it makes I usually have like 1 cup of coffee, 1 cup of tea a day. So this morning I had a cup of coffee, and now I'm having me a chai tea latte. But yeah, you just make your little black tea bag, however you make it. Then I usually let it steep for about 10 minutes, depending on, Then I take out the tea bag. Then I add milk. I do add a little bit of sugar, but I add milk, and that's what makes it black milk tea. Kind of like when you get a boba tea, it's just hot. It's the same premise. One is just hot, one's cold. So that's how I do that. But with a chai tea latte, it's a little chai tea mix, which I only like chai, I believe, cold. So I only like it cold. I think I had it hot one time, but I also mixed it with apple cider. So I don't really know if I like it or not. But I'm losing a lot of business today for some reason. Excuse me, I did not mean to burp, but, well, actually, I can't say I didn't mean to burp. Burping is natural. But yeah, so that's one of the things I do. I just like to do that, but I do have something crazy I want to tell y'all. Let me just get my life together, y'all, a little bit. But yeah, so every Sunday, at least as of lately, like one time I had missed church because I was on my cycle, and I have like really bad cramps and heavy flow, and I'm no longer going to say TMI because I'm a woman and I'm allowed to talk about what I go through. So let me grab out the tablet. But I just stocked that, ma'am. Y'all gotta have some patience. It's one of me and there's a million of y'all. So, yes, I went to church today. Y'all see me just stock this rice, whatever you say that, basmati, and it's already gone. But so I leave my house around 8 and I went to church this morning. We had Sunday school and I really love Sunday school. Like, I love everything about church. Like, I really do. It's like I just feel like I'm leaving home, going to my second home, and I just feel like, I just feel good there. Let me get a sip. So Sunday school is from 8:30 to 9:30. We was having such a good time that we ran over a little bit. And yesterday was I don't even get to talk to y'all about yesterday. But yesterday it was my pastor's 17th pastoral anniversary dinner. So, he has been a pastor at this church for 17 years. Um so they had a little dinner last night. So they have a I don't know if all churches have this, but my church has like a ministry for like a lot of ministries. Like right now I'm a part of the evangelism ministry and the youth ministry. I believe, I don't know if they've quote unquote signed me all the way up yet. So like there's ministry. So there's a culinary ministry and they cook. Like usually, so every Wednesday there's Bible study. I've only been to Bible study one time. I'm just not the biggest fan at driving at night, and there's a lot of reasons for that, y'all. First off, I'm a female, and not trying to like say people get mad when people say this, but I am a target. I'm a female. I'm a female driving in a car alone. So it's just being cautious, really. That's why I'm not the biggest fan. I wish they could live stream Bible study or at least have it earlier, but they can't have it earlier because everybody works, right? So that's why it's usually, I think it's at 6, I believe. No, they serve dinner at 6 and Bible studies at 6:30. So it's late, especially during this time of year. Like it's like getting dark, and it's 4:40. So so it means I'll be leaving my house at dark and driving back at dark. So I'm gonna be driving there at dark, and it's just a lot. So I don't really go to the Bible study. I do plan on trying to attend it more often. I'm just afraid of being harassed or just hitting a deer. Like every time I drive in my car, I see more and more deer on the side of the road. So that means somebody's hitting them, y'all. So those are the things I think about. But yeah, so the culinary team, they cook. I feel like that's obvious, like duh, they cook. But they cook dinner on Wednesdays, and usually every Sunday they cook breakfast. So the breakfast usually is like pork bacon, turkey bacon, um, sometimes sauces. I think one time they had a calabasi. I don't really know what that is, but they cook. It's like a real Sunday dinner. So they had cooked yesterday. There was like fried chicken, roast beef, salmon, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and string beans. So they cooked a full meal. So usually when they cook for something, like a lot of times they'll cook for like a funeral, like the repast. So if they cook on like a Saturday and during the summer, they don't cook on Sunday. So today, okay, long story to pretty much say that we had breakfast, but it was just a donut, which I'm not complaining because I didn't have to pay for that donut. I got that donut for free, which is why it's really important to donate to your church. When they pass that bucket around, you donate it, because this is why, it's like the lights are always on, the food is always hot and everything. So whenever I'm like getting stingy with my money, I'm like, girl, you go there every Sunday, you get a free breakfast meal. Like, ain't no reason for you to be complaining, because if I would have went anywhere else, it wouldn't have been free. Even if I cook at home, because I gotta buy the eggs, I gotta buy this. Anyway, that's my little PSA for today. Don't forget to donate to your church. Give your tithes and your offering to your church. It's literally in the Bible. So, obviously, if you have the money to do so. I don't want to be like, So yeah, Sunday school is 8:30 to 9:30. Breakfast is from 9:30 to 10, and church starts at 10. So today is actually, I don't know if it's actually today exactly, but today they had like a service for his pastoral anniversary. So he has his one friend. He said his college friend, who's also a pastor, but he's a pastor down North Carolina. He came up there to speak on, the pastor's behalf today. Pretty much all this month, he's not really preaching. He has guest preachers, and they're pretty much just all helping him celebrate his pastoral anniversary. So it was just a nice church service, everything like that. Then our church, we are like a close knit family, so we can always tell when somebody is new. Like they could tell when I was new when I first started coming here, and now that I've been here for a year, I can tell who's new and who's like returning. So I seen this new guy, which I don't really look at people, and I definitely don't look at men, y'all. I just don't. Like my grandma be like, that man was looking at you, and I'm like, I don't even look at men. I really don't. Like I don't see them. It's just like. And it's not even just men in general. I don't see anybody. But, like, as a woman, I definitely don't look at men. It's just, I don't know. So, one of the things I was thinking about to myself, because I don't know, like, I think normal people, like, we talk to ourselves. So, one day I was sitting there thinking, and I'm like, I know exactly why men don't walk up to me and ask me out on a date, right? So this is me talking to myself. And the reason I came up with is because 9 times out of 10, y'all, I'm with my grandmother. And I feel like most men, and for one, I look young. Like, I know some people are like, you don't look young. I don't think I look young either. But then when I went to Costco one time, they were like, oh, you can't come get a sample until you're over 16. And I'm like, I'm 21. Right? And then this happens a lot. Like, I get carded everywhere I go. They be like, you're 21? Like, I'm 23 now. But people that, I guess I just don't look my age. Like, I don't know. So, that could be the reason. And also the fact that I'm, like, always with my grandmother. Which I'm not complaining. Like, I love going places with my grandmother. I love being passenger princess. So if I ain't got to drive, okay, I'm going to go. I love driving. I really do love driving. Like, I literally just drove around to get the mail and come back. Like, I like driving. I really do. But I still like being a passenger. Especially passenger princess. It's like literally my name, princess_mini4. But, that's why I had come to that conclusion the other day. I was like, that's exactly why men don't walk up to me and say anything, because I have seen men look at me. Not like I said, I don't look all the time, but it's like whenever I see them look, they look at me and then they look at my grandmother and they look away. Because they probably think I'm a kid. Like, oh, she's with her grandmother or her mother. A lot of people think that she's my mother. So that's why I just thought that was funny. And why I thought that was funny, keep listening. So there was this guy. He's a white dude, and I know it's like, what does that have to do with anything? Doesn't. And just I'm just explaining what he is, and not what he is, but what he looks like. So, and one thing I will say, and I don't say this in a mean way because my ex took it personally. Second Baptist Church, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, but Second Baptist churches were made back in the day because during segregation, blacks and whites weren't able to go to the same church. So I think black folks made their own church, which was Second Baptist. So that's why, I don't know about y'all area, but in my area, a lot of the Second Baptist churches are majority of black. So I'm black, and I've had this one guy. I'll tell like 50 stories to tell one story. So, but I had this one guy argue me down that I was not black. Like, he was like, you're mixed with something. I'm like, both of my parents are black. But yes, I am black. So I had told my ex that, and it's not even like I was telling him saying that he couldn't come. I just wanted to just a heads up, cause especially as like, I don't know. I know if I went somewhere and I was the only black or one of the few blacks, I would feel uncomfortable. So I was just trying to, guys, I was just trying to be respectful. But he was like, well, my church takes all nationalities. I said, so does mine. I'm not saying you can't come. Like, you know, you can't explain stuff to everybody. And I learned that the hard way. But yes, so it was a new guy. Like I said, we are a close knit church, so we can always tell when somebody's new. And when you're new, they give you this little new pamphlet thing. So he sat down behind me. And every time, like I said, the church service starts. Depending on the time of the year, because if it's like flu season, he usually doesn't do it. But my pastor does this thing called fellowship. And y'all know what fellowship is. Like, you're just talking, getting to know your fellow Christians, So usually people in the church, they get up and they walk around and they hug people and they, introduce themselves and, So that's what he did. And that's how I met this dude. Which is so funny because this is where I just find stuff so funny. Because he was like, hi, my name is blank. Nice to meet you. And I said, my name is blank, which I know, my real name is Kalila. It's not Princess. I just go by Princess just because I've always loved the name Princess. That's why my music so quiet. So when he found out what my name was, they always it's so funny. Everybody when they find out what my name is, they're like, say that again. So he said that and I repeated it. I was like, my name is Kalila. He's like, all right, my name is this. Nice to meet you. I'm not gonna say his name. But so the funny thing is like, as soon as, like I said, I shook his hand and everything, then I turned back around and automatically in my head I'm like, oh, he look good. Like, that was the first thing I said. Well, in my head, obviously. I was like, oh, he look good, And then, like, during the fellowship thing, I was thinking to myself, I wonder if he's single. I wonder if he's looking for a girlfriend or whatever. Not even just a girlfriend. Like, I say girlfriend, but also a friend too, because I've been saying that I want some friends, and I definitely want some friends that are Christian and that are, like, definitely going to the same church as me, because my church has, like, there's a lot of age gaps, but it's like they're either too young for me or they're too old. I mean, I'm not saying you can't be friends with, like, an older individual, but there's this, like, some of them are like 80, 90 years old. They're not going to go out and, I can't even say go out and party, because I don't go out and party. But, when you get older, they don't be doing all that, So I just want friends my own age. So when I be looking at people, I don't be just looking for dates. So whatever, that's what happens. And not too long after I turned around and started thinking that to myself, then he tapped me again. He said, your name is this, right? I said, yeah. He said, okay. I don't know why he asked me like twice, but I was just like, okay. And then we sat down, the service had started, and then he was like, I really like your glasses. I'm like, thank you, And then I'm like, he keep talking to me. Like, y'all, this does not happen to me, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I know some women, because I've seen it, like, some women hate that. They're like, I hate when men talk to me. And I always was like the one, I wish they would talk to me, And not in no, like, desperate kind of way. It's just like, men act like I don't exist usually. So let me get a sip. So anyway, then, the service is starting, whatever, the whole service goes by. Then at the end of the service, usually there's a time where he asks people to come up, and he's like, okay, do you want to come? Do you want to be saved? Do you want to join the church? And if you feel like you've been disconnected, we're going to come get you back on the right track. So he does, my pastor does this every single service. And we all stand up and we just wait for people to go up, and people that go up, we clap for them, because that's a good thing. Going up to be saved or joining the church or whatever, that's a blessing. So we stand, we clap for them, we cheer, all of that. Like I said, we're a close-knit church. It's amazing. I'm just gonna wait for these people to go ahead and do their thing. So yeah, y'all. Then during that time, then, like I said, nobody came up this time. Sometimes a lot of people come up, sometimes nobody comes up. It's okay. Then Then he said, all right, anybody that has something on their heart and needs to pray about something, please come up. So a whole bunch of people came up for that. I didn't really feel like I needed to. Like, I didn't really, I don't have to explain myself. So I did not go up. So the guy behind me, he didn't go up first. Like, he had called a bunch of people up, and then he like had started praying, and he said, look, y'all, there's a bunch of room up here. He said, I got more space, so come up. So then a lot more people came up. So this time he went up. So he was sitting behind me, like I mentioned. So he walked behind me, and he did one of those things where I had my hands down. He did one of the things where he like tapped my hand, right? And then, I'm into the service, then I look over and he has this little note, which my grandmom has a note, but he has this little note, and I just grab it and I put it in my hand, and I did one of those little glances, and I was like, he gave me his phone number, but I'm in the middle of the service, whatever. Then there's this one guy, he's the pastor's brother, and to give y'all a little rundown about the pastor, we're not related, but we're family, if that makes any sense. Like, if you know, we're not related, but we're family, because my great grandparents were his godparents. And when my pastor had started preaching, he preached at my great grandparents' church when he was 10. He was a pastor at 10 years old, y'all. Like, not like by law, but he was preaching at 10, which is crazy. So yeah, so he knows about me. We know about them. Like I said, like, we're like family, but we're just not related. At least not blood related. So his brother had came up to me, and he said, hey, he said, did you know him? I said, no, I don't know him. Then, so he walked away. Well, he didn't walk away. He went and he stood back and he was watching, which is amazing. Like, so one thing they do, because if you ever feel unsafe, they'll walk you to your car. If you parked across the street, they have a little stop sign. Like I said, it's an amazing church. And like I said, they'll help you. They'll stop traffic so you can get to your car. So, which at this point, I'm like, I don't see nothing, sketchy about the dude. Like I said, he was sitting behind me. I couldn't watch him or anything. But I do recall when he first came in, I guess he came in with a book bag. And I heard somebody, because I'm a little nosy, I heard somebody telling him that you are not allowed to have book bags. But they'll take it and they'll put it in the foyer area. Because they don't want you to leave, obviously. But they, which I was saying, and then the whole time I'm thinking to myself, well, geez, I have a big old, because I don't have like a purse, it's like a bag. And I was like, I wonder if that's wrong. But I was like, if it was wrong, then they would have told me. But I didn't know about the book bags, and I guess it's like, with the school shootings and everything, I guess it makes sense, because I know churches have had the same issue. So I appreciate it. Like, I'm not complaining whatsoever. So whatever, the church service went, everything like that. Then when everybody had to come back to their seats, then we was ready to be dismissed. And then by the time we was dismissed, he had already left. I don't know what that's about, why he didn't wait, but a lot of people don't wait to the end of the service. They don't want to receive the benediction. I do. I want to receive the benediction. I want to receive the divine blessing from God. So yeah. Then the guy who was sitting there, I don't want to say his name. Oh my God. I was like pushing the boxes. That was scary, y'all. So he's usually the one, like I said, that holds the stop sign, or he'll walk you to your car, whatever. And so he said, wait. He did one of those, put his finger up for me to wait, which I already was going to wait for him because I knew he wanted to talk. He was like, did you know him? I was like, nah, I didn't know him. He was like, yeah. He was like, what did he say? He said, so what, he gave you his number? I said, yeah. And he started laughing. I was like, I don't know why you laughing. But he started laughing. He's a funny dude. Like, it's not a mean way. He's very funny and very silly, and he plays around a lot. So he started laughing. He was like, yeah. He's like, I don't trust him. And I was like, oh, okay. Then that was the end of that. I appreciate that. Because like I said, they seen more than I did. I think his job is also to come in there and watch the congregation and just see what's going on. So if anything does, anything sketchy happens, he can alert somebody, whatever the case is. Which I appreciate that as well. And then, that was the end of it, y'all. Like, that was really the end of it. And I know it's like, why is that a crazy story? It's a crazy story for me because, like I said, it's never happened to me before. Like, this man don't know me. He knows my name and probably can't remember it now, but that's all he knew about me. And it was the fact that I had looked at him and I was like, oh, he's cute, and it's so funny. But I just thought that was a crazy story. It was just a crazy story for me. Now, my grandmother was like, "Oh, are you gonna reach out to him?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And I really don't know because the one mistake I made in my last relationship, y'all, was to not pray to God. And of course, when this first happened, I'm like, this got to be the enemy again, right? Because like this just happened. It's only been a week since I've been single, right? Oh my God. I think my game is glitching, y'all. I was not even holding on to W, y'all. W. I wasn't even holding on to W when I started going forward like that. So yeah. I don't really know. They took the water. I don't even know for real, But I definitely will spend a few days, a few weeks in prayer. I have his number and, I took a picture of it. Because I don't know if my grandma's going to shred it or not. You know how people are. And one of the things I still deal with, y'all, is that I'm the youngest in the family. So they still sometimes think I'm a little kid. So sometimes I'm like, you gotta allow me to not even just mess up, but y'all gotta allow me to live. Like you lived your life, you messed up, you screwed up, blah blah blah. And I understand, like, we don't know this man and we don't know his intentions, and it's like one thing you gotta do is just set up boundaries. Like, I know a lot of women don't want to be with certain men because they feel like they're gonna only want them for this or only want them for that. But you got to set firm boundaries the first time y'all talk. And if he can't stick with them, don't let the door hit you on the way out, y'all. That's my advice. And I'm really big on communicating. I'm like, I don't want to do this before marriage. I don't want to, blah, 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 So that's my last order for today, y'all. I know it's not going to always work. And it's like, especially in this economy where we have, things going on and men saying, oh, it's your body, but it's my choice, I've been seeing a lot of that on social media. But that's why you have to, protect yourself. Oh, that scared me. But I just thought it was crazy. Especially since I have been praying for like a husband, and I'm not saying that he's gonna be my husband. I'm not even saying that I'm gonna reach out to him, but I have been praying to God, and I've also been praying for like Christian friends and just for like somebody that is the same way as me. Like I heard him behind me. He was praising God for real, And my ex was not like that. He said he only worshiped God once a week. I don't know if this man worships God any other day either. And like I said, I'm not going to say I'm not going to text him. And even if I do text him, it does not mean that we have to date. Why can't we just be friends? Go out and get a coffee, stuff like that. It doesn't always have to be dating. Like, I'm down with a friend. I don't care what gender, what race, what ethnicity, like what nationality. I just want some friends, y'all. And I have friends, but they don't live in this. Half of them, or two of them, don't live in the same country as me. So it's like I just want, somebody like said, let's go get a coffee. Like, I don't see the issue with that. Let's go to the movies. It doesn't always have to be dating. So we'll see. Like I said, this time I'm not going to do nothing until I hear something back from God. And if I don't hear anything, then I think that's my answer. So I just wanted to tell y'all that, just because it's really a first for me. Because even with my ex, still to this day, I don't know how he got my Instagram. I don't know if he was on some stalker stuff, because he did like, we were talking for like 2 days, right? And he said, oh, do you live in these apartments? And to this day, I don't know how he knew what apartments I lived in. I know it's like, I really should have took that as like a red flag, but because I'm like, how do you know what apartments I live in? There's a million apartments in the state that I live in, y'all. But he picked them out. And I was like, huh? Like, I don't know. That was stalker stuff. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. But the funny thing is I highly doubt he'll be back at church next Sunday. Like I said, because sometimes we get some visitors that return, and we've had a few visitors lately that have been returning and then they've joined the church, you know. But then we have a lot of visitors that come one time and one time only, so we'll see. You know, I'm not really going to do anything today, but I've been waiting all day to tell y'all this. So yeah, let me end my video. That's a long video. That was 25 minutes of me talking. It took me 25 minutes to tell y'all one story. But it's my first time ever being asked, well, given a boy's number, a man's number. So I just thought that was interesting to talk about. My throat hurts today. I really do think I'm like low-key allergic to candles. Something, y'all. Like, my throat only hurts when I come in. Hold on. Jeffrey Jeremiah, who's this? Jerry? Oh no, they may not be. He could be a triplet. He just has light hair. Let me stock my shelf. But y'all, on Tuesday, I think I'm gonna be coming back with a new game. Hopefully I get to stream on Tuesday. We don't really know what we're doing this week. We never know. And then y'all know next week I won't be streaming next Thursday because that's Thanksgiving. I really don't have anything to do this week. But what did I do on Friday? Oh yes, y'all. Friday my grandmother had a her procedure done. So what time did we get there? We got there around like 7:20 and we didn't leave till like right around like 11:40, maybe 11:30, which is not long. I sat there and I waited for her because somebody has, you know, when you get under anesthesia, somebody has to stay home with you for 24 hours and they have to drive you home, obviously. Let me get, this is so good, y'all. What time is it? I'm gonna try to get an hour and 30 minutes out today, y'all. But yeah, I have a new game. You guys will just have to wait and see. But this was actually a really good week. Like, I was thanking God this morning. I'm like, this has been a good week. You know, like, I was stressed out, you know, and I'm still working on that. That may be something I need to go to actual therapy for, you know. But yesterday, when I was going to my church event, y'all, my church, they're working on parking lot right now, on a bigger parking lot, because right now there is not that many parking spots. And like I mentioned, our church is so full now, which I'm happy, you know. People are turning to God, you know, but our church is getting so full, so we need parking. Pretty much, that's what that is. So they're working on that. But obviously it's going to take a while, especially when you're dealing with the state. Like, the state has to okay it and all that extra stuff. So, but as soon as they get that, then I'm okay. But it was like, I really was like getting irritated. I was like, I need to get to church early so I can get a parking spot. I hate parking on the street, y'all, because I don't want to have to parallel park. I really don't want to parallel park. I practiced it when I was getting my license. And then I learned, I did it during my test when I was 17, and then that was it, y'all. That was it. I have no other reason to parallel park. I don't live in a city. So I don't want to park on the street. So that's another reason why I leave so early. But yeah, my uncle had came over here yesterday and we were working on these gifts because his friends' grandchildren, he loves them, right? And then he has another friend and her grandchildren. You know, my uncle, he had kids, well, obviously a long time ago, but he was never really around them being raised. You know how it's like he was in the military, you know, things happen. So they weren't in the same state, you know, so he didn't get to, you know, you can witness them growing up, but it's only from like afar, you know, it's not like actually being there. So that's why, that's another reason why he's like obsessed with me low key, because he got to see me grow up. But like I said, grow up, because sometimes, like I said, my uncle and my grandmother, they forget about the fact that I'm 23. You know, they're like, you don't always act like you're 23. I mean, sometimes I'll do like a baby talk, or it's like, and there are also excuses is that I sleep with my stuffed animal. A lot of people sleep with stuffed animals. My dad slept with stuffed animals. At one point, I was going through my stuff when I lived with my dad, y'all, and I went to go throw out some stuffed animals because I just, you know, I didn't. When I get tired of them, I just get rid of them. Tell me why? He said I'll keep them, and like I said, I'm looking at this grown man, and I'm like, you gonna keep my stuffed animals? He's like, yeah, I'll keep them. And not only did he keep them, he slept with them every night. So I'm like, I don't see where age has anything to do with stuffed animals. But I'm not gonna say I don't act like a kid sometimes. It's not even that I act like a kid. I think that's just my personality. Like when I feel safe around people, I do like baby talk, because it's not everybody. Everybody does not get the baby talk. I'm not doing baby talk right now. You know, I'm not, and I am comfortable streaming, but y'all don't gotta see that. But it's like everybody doesn't get the baby talk. So, um, but I don't think that, you know, makes means that I'm still a little kid.